now we are joined, thanks to Shaw's and Star Market, perfecting the art of fresh, by Patriots offensive lineman Mike Onwenu. Mike, appreciate you taking the time. Welcome into the program.
Yes, sir. Thanks for having me.
No problem, Mike. And I want to start off just to ask you kind of a general question here. You're a few weeks or so into training camp, third preseason game coming up. How has training camp been for you? How's the preseason been? How are you feeling as you're kind of getting ready for the regular season?
Yeah, for me personally, I would say training camp has been good. Last year I didn't get the chance to participate, so I've been enjoying every aspect of it this year and throughout the OTAs. So I think it's been going good, and we've been making lots of progress. So it's good to see that come into life, and then going to start third preseason game, just looking to get a win.
And, Mike, I want to get you mentioned progress. I would like to get your assessment on the offensive line because you got some new faces there. You have a new offensive line coach in Scott Peters. That's been a big question for a lot of fans. What's the offensive line combination going to look like? We saw a new combination yesterday. Obviously, Vidarian Lowe's been out. So how do you assess the offensive line itself, the progress of your teammates, and your confidence level in the unit as a whole?
Yeah, I think it's important to look at, where each person has played or practiced at. And, like you said, we've been trying new combinations. Some people have been hurt. So this is one of those things that you got to do in general, having a team. And then as an O-lineman group, guys that can play different positions. But everyone has been coming together and been really taking the skills from Coach Peters and everyone around. So I would say everyone is flourishing, and the O-line is everyone is doing well with picking up new positions and trying new things as well.
Well, Mike, you talk about guys playing different positions, and you are a guy who has been very versatile here, and you took some reps at tackle yesterday. Is there a big difference for you bouncing back and forth between guard and tackle? Do you have a preference? Do you feel comfortable wherever they need you on the offensive line?
Yeah, I would just say I do feel comfortable wherever. In terms of anything else, I think it's just important just to get those reps and just get those practice looks at it. And, obviously the more I do it, the more I get comfortable with it. So wherever they need me, I'm able to and willing to. So.
Mike, I want to get your assessment of Gerard Mayo so far. You had several seasons under Bill Belichick. This is obviously your first under Mayo as a head coach. How has training camp been with Mayo? Has it been similar to when Bill ran it? Has it been different? What's been your takeaway from camp so far?
Yeah, I will say it's been similar. Pretty much the hard work is still there. Nothing has changed. So everyone has really just been enjoying it. There's still a lot of new faces and a lot of new people around. So everyone is just buying in, and that's what you need for them.
Mike, with two different quarterbacks really kind of getting reps with the one here between Jacoby and Drake Maye, I'm curious your thoughts on kind of the differences on what they bring to the huddle each time, right? Jacoby, an established veteran here in the NFL. Drake is a rookie. So I was curious what your thoughts were on kind of the differences on what they bring to the table.
Yeah, I will say, first of all, just like what you said, Jacoby has that experience and been in the league for a while. So I think that's something you can't trade for. But also Drake is a younger guy, so he's learning and seeing the progression, whether it's check downs or where he's looking in the routes and all that. But all of that comes with time and then with the experience. So he's getting the experience, and Drake, taking more reps at that and with everyone. So I think it's just going well for both guys.
Mike, you mentioned going well for both guys. You've been around several rookie quarterbacks so far in your career, whether it was Mac Jones, Bailey Zappi, now Drake Maye, Joe Milton. How do you feel about Maye's progress specifically? And you can add in Milton if you want. Do you think they're making a lot of progress? Are you happy with kind of the development of them around you? I know you have Jacoby there, but how do you feel about their development specifically?
Yeah, I will say, I am happy with it. I think Joe and Drake are doing a really good job acclimating and then just taking the days in and days out and controlling the huddle at that. So I think both guys are really just doing a good job of the basics. And then really the quarterback is, one of the hardest jobs. You got to know everything at that. So I think both of their knowledge has expanded since the first day. And it's showing.
So, Mike, I got to ask you, just from, an purely enjoyment perspective of the game, is your favorite thing just pulling out and hitting a guy? Like, that's got to be Just to know that you're leading the way into the open field and taking on a linebacker. Is that like your favorite part of this, or are you a big pass blocker guy? You like sitting back and helping out your quarterback?
I would definitely go with the first one. I will put that up there with top two. You know, leading the way, leading the run, and then probably in that same category, just I guess being a point of attack. You know, if it's a play you need, you know where the play is coming, you know where the run is going. So really all that anticipation and that pressure on yourself, you know, is really just one of those top two feelings, I would say.
We're talking with Patriots offensive lineman Mike Onwenu on this Patriots Friday. Mike, I have to ask you as well, Scott Peters' strike system, how have you enjoyed that? Have you adapted? I mean, that is just something that I think for those of us in New England, it's a little bit of a new topic for us. I mean, what have you thought of that so far?
Yeah, I will say it's been different over the years. Just throughout the years, you know, you kind of been told one thing, but I think with Scott, we're getting like more specifics and breaking it down within the pass pro or within the pass set. So I'm enjoying it personally. I'm trying more of it, and I'm doing more of it using my hands instead of just being more of a body blocker type of guy. But yeah, I've been enjoying it, and you know, it's nothing bad I can say about it.
With Washington on Sunday night, Mike, you're going to get to face, a few really talented pass rushers and guys like Deron Payne and Jonathan Allen. Kind of what do you expect from them? What do you expect to kind of gain from those matchups heading into the final preseason game?
Yeah, each game is really just a game to take something away from it. So I think it'll be, first of all, good competition. And then second of all, just another match for the offensive line to work together, and whether it will be with a new combination or, you know, just with guys kind of out right now, you know, to be a good chance for guys to step up and show that they can play. So,
Mike, speaking of defenses, the Patriots defense has been very good for several years. It's thought of as a defense that can be very good once again this year, but no Christian Barmore, no Matt Judon. Obviously, Bill and Steve Belichick are gone. You've been lining up against these guys every day in camp. How would you assess the Patriots defense? Do you think it's still one of those stronger units in the league right now, or do you think, you know, they're going to need a little bit more help from you guys?
Yeah, I would say it's still one of the stronger defenses in the league. I mean, I think our defense is built well top down. You know, it's not just we have one star player. We have a lot of good players and a lot of star players that are doing their role. And you know, offense, you need everyone to be, or all 11 to be well and be good on the play. But I think our defense also holds that true, and that they can do that. All 11 are on the same page and play well. So, you know, I expect nothing less from our defense.
And any thoughts on the Matthew Judon trade? Sad to see him go. You think it's the best thing for everyone? Any thoughts on that?
I'm definitely sad to see him go. It was unexpected, you know, coming in the next day, but yeah, it's just kind of how football goes. I know he'll be good wherever he goes. So.
And last question for you, Mike. You re-signed here in New England this offseason, about 6-7 months ago. Looking back on that, are you satisfied with where you're at? You're happy to be here, you know, for another few years? I know there's been a lot of changes there, so just want to get your assessment on kind of where you stand overall.
Yeah, I'm very happy with it, and I'm just looking forward to the future, really. Can't wait for the season to kick off, so that's really where I'm at, just kind of control everything and anticipate it for the season. But I'm very happy and I'm very ecstatic, and, you know, I wouldn't rather be anywhere else.
All right, he is Mike Onwenu, Patriots offensive lineman. You can catch him in action Sunday night against Washington and, of course, all season long. Mike, really appreciate you taking the time, and thank you for joining us.
Of course. Thank you. Have a good one.
Thanks, Mike.
All right, and Mike was brought to us by Shaw's and Star Market, perfecting the art of fresh.